Assalamu alaikum, this is video 3. So the real reality goes deeper than the commercial market, right? Okay. So as we said, he's supposed to arrive around 2 to 3 years. That will be the Mahdi, right? So he's born already, okay? Because he ain't gonna be taking a scene at 3 years old, okay? So now, and we said the prophet's supposed to be here around that time too. Okay, around the same time the Mahdi's going to come. Okay, and let me see. Oh, and as I said, we got a lot to deal with. We got climate change to deal with. We got as the binary star system approaches, we got Fukushima to deal with. We got the collapse of the market to deal with. We got social unrest to deal with. We got when the market clashes. We got when the market collapses, right? Because they are going to collapse the market, and that will send what? Americans into send Americans into turmoil, right? Civil unrest, because right now America's already under a lot of stress, social unrest. So we got a lot to organize and a lot to deal with. We got to be prepared when the market does collapse, when they do collapse the market, to make them go in there and organize enough with the community voice, the American people, the voice of the people, to make them go in there and open up those underground caverns to bring out that food to feed humanity, to use the military that way to feed Americans. Not to build them the army so they can go get killed. No, we need them here to help us, distribute the food. Okay, we don't need to fight. We need to organize ourselves. Okay, because the first thing the Trump would do was they would try to civil unrest, create martial law, then send in the UN to organize, and to keep law and order. And the UN is the United Nations is what the Vatican, basically getting the Vatican to come back in. Come on, we're under a lot of stress, and just getting a job is not going to solve that. We got a lot of work to do. Okay? Because one thing, it ain't even no goddamn jobs. Sheesh, everywhere's basically Detroit, okay? Okay. So, anyway, okay. So, as I said, there's climate change, there's just so much. So much. And then they've got health issues. What's going to do with the health issues that arise as a result of the stock market collapse and all this kind of stuff? We're going to need the military to protect the people. American people, okay? Don't let them deceive you. And we don't need nobody like the Trump, causing all the, continue with the, increasing civil unrest by preaching more fascism, more separatism, more isolation, right? When you got to show your difference now. We need to know what everybody's thinking. Okay, we need to unite. We need to find. Okay, we got to work together. Okay, we got to work together to survive. Because this Trump is not going to make it work. It's not going to solve the issues. Okay. Okay. It wasn't on the Republican Democrat platform. Okay. We got to get this green world working for a greener, reality, greener lifestyle. Heal the planet, heal humanity, heal life. Okay. Now, so the war on terror is not going to stop. It's a war on it's a war on the Holy Ghost. The war is a war on the prophet born of a virgin. That's what it's a war on. Okay, it's like cutting the feet off the person before they even get a chance to walk. Okay, so cut off the military, get destabilize all the countries back there, get Muslim countries back there, destroy their military hardware, destabilize their economies too, right? And cause a lot of great migration into Europe, right? And then what do you do in Europe when the people come into Europe? Create all that hostility and so-called greater Islamophobia, and then create terror in there too, right? With those false flags, right? And then make them fight one another, and then Christians and Muslims fight one another, or the refugees, are attacked, right? Or because of the stress that is being put on these communities that really, these European communities and American communities that really don't, know the cycle of how these events are, structurally unfolding, intentionally. Okay? So it's a cycle of violence because it's a war on the Holy Ghost. It's a war on the prophet born of a virgin before he gets here. It's a preempted strike. It's an attempt to ambush him. Okay? Okay? As I said, it's a preemptive strike against the prophet born of a virgin in order to transfer political, economic power, military and political, economic power to the Khazar synagogue of Satan, fake Israel. Okay? And then, okay, then what do you say? The Vatican Babylon Zionists will have their they want absolute power. Okay, and but first they have to sink America. They have to take America's military, its economic power, just basically strip America like a bitch, right? And drain to drain the swamp. Okay, will be to drain Americans, right? Just drain the life out of all Americans, right? By making them think he's on their side. No, he's not on their side. He wants you to like him. That's why he's trying to think about jobs. Nobody will say think about him. You say something about him. Oh wow, you're gonna be supposed to be attacked because he's only trying to do good. Give him a chance. You don't give the devil a chance, okay? You just don't. Don't be fooled. And like I said, within the next very soon, we should hear about what? The biggest false flag to just make the people happy. That's the game they play. Make you happy, excite you, then take away that excitement. That makes you mad and makes you attack. So they're going to make you happy by making you think they're going to get you jobs, and we got all this lovey-dovey wonderful things going to happen. And then the false flag, and then there's no time to look for jobs because we got to fight this battle, this enemy that just attacked us again, and it's big this time. So nobody can ignore it. At that point, just stand still and watch things unfold. Stand still, okay? Because it will be a false flag game, but on a mega scale, just like 9/11. It will be one probably like 9/11, maybe even larger than that. So be prepared and pray. Pray. Muslims, pray. You've got Ramadan coming up. MashaAllah, Ramadan is coming up. Pray. Start being prepared so that you're not unnerved during Ramadan, like Ramadan 2014 and under the Obama administration of Palestine was attacked. Okay? And the world stood up, alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and made them stop. So, pray, okay, that this will be a great peaceful Ramadan, okay, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So anyway, so they want to transfer power to military power, economic power to the so-called Babylon 3, the so-called New World Order, okay, after they sink America, okay, and as I said, then they sink America, drain it of all its life, and declare it a bitch, okay, bring in what? Declare martial law, after they collapse the market, right? Declare martial law and chaos on the street and all this and this uncivil unrest, so they have to bring in the UN peacekeeping, right? To divide this festering civil war, right? Okay, that's being brewed, not by the people, because the people didn't vote Trump and Trump the Trump. Now the people are saying he's in to see what he can do because the people want peace. That's understandable, but organize and be prepared. Okay? Organize and be prepared. But the college electoral delegates, okay, voted him in. It wasn't the people. So we can't fight each other. We got to organize and be prepared. And be prepared for 2020 to put the Green Party in power, and we can work together in the Green Party, and have great influence and change the world because we are the world. Okay. 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 So, commercial consciousness versus celestial consciousness as it relates to the oneness of the cosmos. Oh. Oh. As it relates to all life. Okay. Are very, very distinctive. Okay. Babylonian consciousness is the consciousness of the whore, right? Okay, the man whore. Well, you got to support the man whore system, right? The blue blood man whore system. Okay. Vatican. Okay, where you got to transform your mutilate your children, the genital of the children, right, to reflect the man whore system, right? The religious extremism, the Babylonian man whore religious extremism. Okay, that the drone supports, and he will not change. Okay, because you can see that throughout his child's youth, she was being perpetrated as a man, as a girl, and as I said, I can still explain interpret the meaning behind those pictures that were being posted about her sitting on the dad's lap, and the dad was basically promoting, his son as a female. One picture he's on the phone holding the daughter, his son, close, dressed in female clothing, right, because she was, transgender, right, dressed as a transgender, right. While on the phone, it's like taking care of business, right? Because that's part of his business, right? So anyway, it's not going to change, okay? Even perpetrating that the child, the man that was transgendered as a woman had a baby, has children now. Okay. Anyway, so they're not going to change it. The consciousness are very distinctive, okay? So it's time to get out of that consciousness. Part your ways. Okay? Now, so, how are you going to feed a human being, the consciousness of a blue blood and expect to have a human being? How are you going to feed an African, European culture and expect him to be to grow up African? Okay? That is to say, how are you going to feed an African European history and expect him to be African? How do you expect to be an African if you feed yourself European history? Okay? And while European history is African history, because it does go back to Egypt, Mesopotamia, and through what all roads lead to Africa, okay? But once it leaves Africa, it kind of mutates, right, into a identity that does not reflect, does not consciously, or let's put it, you're not able to see that it consciously reflects who you are. Okay, so then the person gets left out. The African gets left out. Okay, so you got to feed yourself. To be strong, you got to feed yourself your history, because it's pure. It's pure, and it's purely you. And while everybody else's is you, okay, the part they left out of their history is you. So you got to go back to where you began. They came after you. You can't start your history after you came. You have to start it before you came. So you got to go back. Okay? And you got to teach your children to be African. Because the European, their societies are built on, Europe, all the world, all empires were built on the same Egyptian history and religious, principles and all this kind of stuff. But, like I said, they left you out, the African, the beauty of you. The beauty of the black man, beauty of the black woman. They left us out. So we got to feed ourselves if we're going to fill ourselves up and be present with ourselves. Okay? Now they can learn about you, and that's good because they do reflect you. But that's all it is, a reflection of you. It's not you. It's a reflection of you. So European culture is a reflection of you, but it's not you. Okay? Your kinky nappy hair means nothing for them, but your kinky hair and nappy hair, it means nothing to them because they don't have kinky nappy hair. That's what I'm saying. But to you, it's your crown because that's what it represents throughout religion, throughout theology. So they're not going to prize that part, or at least tell you about it. That it's your pride, and it's a sense of power. So you can't feed yourself European history. It's a reflection of you. Okay? Though they can eat your history. Okay? Because it is a part of them. Okay? But yours is you. Okay? And when they went into Europe, it got modified. You can't do the modified. Okay? Okay, so let me see what else we got here. Okay. I'm just seeing if I got everything. Okay, that's been said. I'll be happier. Okay. Okay, let me see if I got everything I want to say. Okay. Okay. So, I have to say, Salamu Alaikum to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Salamu Alaikum to all the Sahabas, Radiallahu Anha. Salamu Alaikum and Radiallahu Anha to all the Muslims, martyred sisters, and Radiallahu, Salamu Alaikum to the family of Prophet Muhammad, Radiallahu Alayhi Salam. Salamu Alaikum to all the prophets, Alayhi Salam. Salamu Alaikum to the King of Kings, Michael Joseph Jackson. Salamu Alaikum to Hamza. And so to all your loved ones and all the ones that transcended, have transcended, send them some love. Okay? So, it's very important. Organize, organize, organize. Okay? Salamu Alaikum.